Yo, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast with your host, Niall Frazier. And as you know, it's Victory Monday. As you see, I got that Kelly Green on. But before I get started, a friend of mine, a brother of mine, has his own clothing line. I don't want to say his clothing line. He has other stuff that he offers as well. It's different accessories and things like that. But as you can see, Cam Stamp, you already know. I'm gonna drop the link in my bio. If you're into any type of mechanics and stuff like that, you'll pick some merchandise up from my boy Cam Stamps. We gonna make sure we get him, plug him in. You know what I'm saying? Cause I want to see everybody win. But moving on. So, like I said, welcome back to the No Cut Sports Podcast, man. So today we're gonna talk about Philadelphia Eagles Victory Monday. We got the dub. It wasn't the prettiest thing to watch, as most Eagles games. This year, I think we really gotta get used to we can't get used to thinking about or trying to bring up last year and the expectations that we should be placing on the team this year, because it ain't the same team, it ain't constructed the same way. Yeah, we got some of the same pieces, but different coordinators. You know what I mean? Some new additions here and there, draft picks and trades. So with all that being said, yesterday's game we won, but it was sloppy, man. Especially our secondary, man. I'm sorry, man, but I thought Sean Desai. I can't put the whole blame on Sean Desai, but it's most of the blame because my thing is this: the coach's job is to put players in the right positions to win. That's on either side of the ball. That's in any sport, right? Speaking on Sean Desai, I feel as though, and I thought maybe like with the Dolphins game, that we were kind of getting a hold of the defense, but I feel as though that the scheme is terrible. I don't care what anybody says, man. I mean, like, yeah, Dak Prescott didn't get crazy on our defense like Sam Howell, but at the same time, man, there should be no reason why, with the talent that we have, to how he goes out against these pieces, that the secondary is still trash, okay? That leads me to my next point. James Bradbury. I mean this in the most humblest way, the most nicest way, because I'm not out there. But my man has been getting exposed. He's been getting cooked, okay? I'm sorry. I seen it yesterday. They played a replay back. I don't know who he was covering. I don't know if it was a tight end or a wide receiver that the Dallas Cowboys that got that touchdown in the end zone. And you can see, bro, he literally is like, it's like he's giving up on a route. I don't know what it is, but like they literally show this man foot for foot. He's stepping with him. Then he just paused. He just stopped. And then his man goes past him to the end zone, and he tries to play catch up and misses. He misses the play on the ball, and they get a touchdown. And it's too many times. I'm just saying, like, I was at the Redskins game last week, and I'm sitting there watching him play, and I'm like, bro, it's no way, it's no way you are the most experienced cornerback on this, or one of the most experienced cornerbacks on this team, that you're getting burnt like that. Like, Eli Ricks, I understand, because Eli's a rookie. I'm not expecting him to go out here and be able to do what somebody that we are paying multiple millions of dollars to do. Even Darius Slay. Now, Darius Slay come up a little bit more often with some plays. You know what I mean? That could just be from his experience of being in the league and stuff like that. But even with him, unless he's injured, you're starting to see a little dip off with him too. So, all in all, man, our secondary ain't been looking good. The line, it's been decent. The line's been decent, but I still feel like we're not getting there like we need to. But it's mostly the secondary, man. That's pretty much what I want to talk about, is the secondary. They did hold up yesterday in the fourth quarter. Dallas had, and you know something else, I didn't see any Dallas fans talking no talk today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Either y'all just upset or y'all really just know y'all team ain't like that. So I haven't seen too many Dallas fans talking crazy today. I mean, you really can't talk crazy if you wanted to. I mean, I guess, but yeah, man, I really haven't seen too many Dallas fans talking crazy. But yesterday, it made me so mad because they kept piping Dak, bro. It was on this man top. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Give respect where respect's due. But my man's been in the league 8 years, and he still makes the mistakes. They could have won the game yesterday, but he stepped out of bounds right there around the 1 or something like that on the fourth, whatever the case may be. On the fourth down, he could have had the touchdown, bro. But it's like silly things like that is why we say what we say about Dak Prescott. You know what I'm saying? Pour honey on me, man. That's why they dipped him on his hair yesterday, bro. They baptized that fool. So, I don't like. And there's no disrespect to Dak. I just don't like the Cowboys. I'm an Eagles fan, so I don't anything associated with Cowboys. I don't care nothing about it. Okay, so especially when it comes to the football team. So my thing is this, man. Like I said, it wasn't the prettiest thing to see, but we got the dub. We 8-1. I think we're like 2.5 games ahead of everybody in our conference. So I'm looking at it like this. I think we're going to have home field advantage. I don't see nobody else in the conference messing with us. With that being said, Jalen Hurts. So he did re-aggravate his knee yesterday in the first half. I want to say it was the second quarter. Came out limping a little bit, but he walked out on his own. He did come back out after the second half. And I even said it. I'm like, bro, he's probably pissed. He's probably about to come out here and start doing damage because that's the type of person that he is. When you make him mad, okay, say less. So came out there, that beautiful pass that he threw to Devontae Smith. Oh, my sweet baby Jesus. And that's something else that leads me to something else. Excuse me. Leads me to my next point. Y'all remember the clip that just came out? I don't know who they was playing. Was it the Dolphins, or team maybe before the Dolphins? I don't know. But that clip that came on when Jalen Hurts was walking back to the sideline, and he said, and Nick Sirianni said something to him. He said, I called that play because I trust you. And Jalen Hurts said, you should, and kept walking. I'm starting to think a little bit now, because why is it that first half we always look the sloppiest? I mean, not to say we didn't look sloppy in the second half neither, but the first half we always look the sloppiest. And I feel like we play a lot of safe ball in the first half. I even said in one of my previous videos that Jalen Hurts is not the type of person, or not the type of quarterback player that needs to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. We want him to become a pocket passer, which he's been showing us for like the last couple of years. Like, he's shown us he can throw out the pocket. You know what I mean? But for me, I think Jalen Hurts has not been let loose, if you want to call it, if you want to say it like that. It'd be like second half, I see some of the plays he makes, and it's like, bro, this man is capable of doing whatever he feel like he need to do on his field. But I feel like when it comes to the play calling, that the play call doesn't allow for him to do that. I know, like, he changed second half. He had changed one of the plays on the sideline, but you can see the communication between him and whoever he was talking to on the sideline. I don't know if it was Brian Johnson, but you can see how frustrated he was. You know what I mean? Because you got to figure out. You only got a little bit of time to get off what you got to get off. But you can see that he was frustrated with whatever he was trying to get off on the sideline. Like, he was trying to figure out what the next play was, and he ended up calling the play. But my thing is, that leads me to believe that they are not opening the offense enough, or picking the right plays in the offense too sometimes, because, and we already knew that, because they go for deep balls on 3rd and 8s and stuff like that. That makes no sense. But my thing is, some of the play calling that they do have, or they implemented into our offense this year, I feel like it restrains Jalen Hurts from his offensive abilities. I mean, you can sit there and think I'm tripping, but maybe I'm reading too much into that clip, but like, it was just showing me, like, yesterday, I'm like, how is it every second half? Like, I know the man is a dog, I know the man is a winner, but how is it every second half they can make that adjustment, he come out there and start doing what he do? It's the craziest thing. You know what I mean? And then when people try to tell me that Dak's a better quarterback, tell me how. You can't even come up with a logical explanation that remotely would have me thinking that Dak would be a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts at all. Dak been in the league 8 years, and yesterday was the perfect example of why we say what we say about Dak Prescott. He has an opportunity to take the lead, and he steps out of bounds. Now, is it a silly mistake? Of course, but as an 8-year vet, why are you making that mistake? You should know where the line is. This is a game of inches, baby. This is a game of inches, as they seen yesterday. Tight end caught the ball right before the line. It didn't cross the plane. He was already down. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a game of inches for real. And Dak really, for him to be in the league for 8 years, I still feel like he don't have that sense of awareness. Like, I was watching the Chiefs game yesterday, and they had the little lateral pass for the touchdown. Bro, you can't coach that, bro. I'm sorry, you can't coach that. The fact that he knew, like, all right, I'm gonna just throw this joint off the 6, whoever 6 was running it down the line for Kansas City, or whoever it was for Kansas City, ran it in for the touchdown. You can't coach that. There's certain things that you just have to know. Not have to know, but you should know at this point, at this level in the game. To me, that's all I'm saying. So I don't think Dak has some of that stuff. Is he a great? I don't even want to say he's great. Is he a good? Is he a good regular season quarterback? Yeah, for the Cowboys. But we still have yet to see him play a team with a winning record and beat them. Now we know what Jalen get into. Even when he's behind, he played better when he's behind. Not the Cowboys. So we already knew, like, bro, if we get in front, it was already going to be some trouble for him. I mean, it was going to be trouble for him regardless, but it was already going to be some trouble. And we seen that yesterday. So, I mean, the whole time the commentators are sitting there, like I said, piping Dak, blase, blah. He's this, that, and the third. Then he talking about wanting to get rid of the tush push. Like we all tired of hearing about this, man. If y'all, we know y'all don't like us. Simple and plain, we know y'all don't like the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all don't like the tush push because y'all can't stop it. Like, it's stuff like that. Like, that showed me that grown people, grown men are some sissies. Because the fact that y'all are complaining about one play that most teams can't stop, y'all want it banned, that makes 0 sense. 0 sense. Go get you a better O-line and a better quarterback, and then maybe we'll revisit this question. Because it makes no sense that y'all want to play, and even if they ban the play, y'all still gonna get smoked. Y'all still gonna get smoked. But that's neither here nor there, man. Like, it's just crazy to me, man. And I'm still seeing, like, and like I said, I ain't see too many fans, but like people from the outlets, the sports outlets and stuff like that, they are still making a case for Dallas Prescott. I'm sorry, like I said, you're 8 years in and you've been to 2 playoff games. Jalen done been to a Super Bowl since then. Like, yeah, we ain't win, but we went to a Super Bowl, bro. We done got the playoff wins, and as you can see, we're trying to get right back to the playoffs to get back into the Super Bowl. I feel like they don't play. The Dallas Cowboys organization does not play for Super Bowls. They make no trades. They made, and if they do, there's nothing crazy, but they make no trades at the deadline. Then you expect to come out here and compete against a team that has a lot of depth. Yeah, it might not look like what we need to look like, but the talent's definitely on the team for sure. So it's like when you hear Micah Parsons come out and say Dak's still a good quarterback, how he outplayed everybody? How? Who he outplayed? Y'all lost. Y'all lost, bruh. Y'all lost. That's what be creating confusion in my mind. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all cool with these dumb moral victories. Like, oh well, yeah, they beat us, but Dak was the best player out there. Or yeah, CD Lamb had 100+ yards. They didn't have 100+ yards, but the fact of the matter is, did y'all win? Just like I hate to talk about the Bills, but y'all know how I feel about Josh Allen. No disrespect to that man, but when it comes to him playing football, I do not trust that man. Clearly, as you seen yesterday playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. So when people were trying to tell me beginning of this season, like, oh, Bills gonna smoke y'all, tell me how they gonna smoke us when they quarterback keep throwing interceptions. Tell me that. They don't even run the ball. Like, yeah, we was complaining about not running the ball, but they barely ever run the ball. Now, maybe they work Leonard Fournette in here for the upcoming game. I don't know. But my thing is this. He's got a couple weeks before we see them. I think we played somebody else before that, but we got a couple weeks until we see them, right? They keep talking about this Bills. They keep talking about the Bills and the Chiefs. Even at the tempo that we're playing now, or the level that we're playing now, excuse me, I still think we'll beat both of them teams, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Patrick Mahomes and all them. He's a good quarterback, but his team, I feel like, is still not constructed to make a run back to the Super Bowl. You got the Ravens. You got even like my thing is, you still got the Ravens. And I think who is the other leading AFC team behind the Chiefs? Is it the Cincinnati Bengals? It might be Chiefs, Bengals, and the Ravens, and the Ravens might be a sleeper too. So if they get it, because they've been getting it clucking. So if they can keep this up, maybe we might have the Eagles, Ravens Super Bowl, whatever the case may be. It really don't matter. But we're not gonna talk about that. We don't get too far into that. But yeah, man. But like I said, all in all, it wasn't the most prettiest game. Dallas left the game yesterday, and then we got information today that he broke or he fractured his was it his shoulder or his arm? I think it was his arm. I didn't like how he pulled him down. I mean, I know it's football, but I felt like that was kind of a dirty-ish type play because you sitting there holding on to my man arm and you fall onto it. Come on, man. You could have easily just pushed this man out of bounds, to be honest with you. But things be happening. Prayers up to Dallas. He is my fantasy tight end, so that was like a hurt piece, so we know he gonna miss some time. I would like to see who steps in. Maybe it's is it Dan Arnold? Who is the, I forget who the backup is. I know they had traded for somebody else. He's like a big target too. I can't think of my man's name, and I think he will fill in well because if I'm thinking about the person I'm thinking about, if this is the person, they would be considered a starting tight end on somebody else's team. So if this is the person, I can't think of his name, but if that's who I'm talking, if that's the person I'm thinking about, that's who I'm talking about. That'll probably fill in for Dallas these upcoming weeks. But we got a much needed bye, man, so we can heal up some of these players, especially Jalen, because I really don't want to see second half Jalen get hurt like last year, and we got to try to pull out some of these games, man, and try to make it run for the playoffs. But right now, we're still sitting pretty at the top of the NFC. Like I said, 2.5 games behind for the teams that are in our division, and it's looking pretty good so far. But like I said, I want to see, man. This second half is really going to test our team, man. Like I said, I think we're going to beat the Bills, and most of these teams I think we can beat. But my thing is this. If the offensive coordinator, especially that defense, bro, that secondary don't get together, they're going to keep picking us apart. And this bend don't break defense is going to break sooner or later, man. And I hope it don't break when we're in if we make it back to the Super Bowl or to the playoffs. Because we can't keep window dressing these problems, man. We've really got scheme issue problems. Because I'm sitting there watching Dak, and he's getting 3rd and 20s. How are you getting third? How are you allowing 3rd and 20s, 3rd and 15s? Like how are you allowing this for these to get converted, man? Tell me how you allow that. That makes no sense. And then you would think Sean Desai come out and make the adjustment, and you still allowing it to happen, bro. When they sacked Dak twice, right, in the 4th quarter, and mind you, Dallas had. That's a lot to say, but I could really talk a lot about this game. But I'm going to talk about just that 4th quarter. Dallas had the ball 4 times in the 4th quarter and did not score. Okay? For you to have the ball 4 times in the 4th quarter and you not being able to score tells me more about your team than it tells me about mine. Because clearly, like I said, the defense did what they needed to do. We got the sacks. Yeah, we had some mistakes and stuff like that. Secondary's trash. But when people sit here and talk about the Eagles, the Dallas Cowboys had 4 opportunities just in the 4th quarter to take the lead, and they couldn't do it. So when you sit here and you talk to me about Dak Prescott's this or the Dallas Cowboys or that, I look at you strange because I'm trying to still figure out. I'm a 30-year-old man. I've never seen Dallas Cowboys win not a lick of spit, not nothing. So, well, I can't sit there and say that. I don't remember them winning in 96, okay? Because, I like I said, I could clearly not care. Or 95, whenever they won that last time, 94, who cares? Who cares? But my thing is this. They haven't won anything since I've been alive. So the fact when people would sit there and try to talk like, oh, we got 5 rings, I understand that. I understand. That's great and all. Don't get me wrong. I got 5 rings. Great. Now tell me something else. I'll wait. Tell me something else. Something else that's good about the Dallas Cowboys. Because y'all talking about these five old-ass rings that ain't nobody even remotely talking about anymore besides y'all. Tell me more. I'm listening. Tell me more. Playoffs? Tell me more. Super Bowls? Appearance? Tell me more. Because you can't. That's why I don't argue with y'all, man. That's why I don't argue with most people. Because y'all just argue off of emotion. I'm arguing off of, and I'm not even arguing with you. I'm just stating facts. This is just facts, bro. They chirp so loud. You know what Dak do to y'all when he come to Philly, and that might very much be true. But what did he do yesterday? Not a damn thing. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, he had a pretty good performance, but bro, not nowhere. Like I'll take Jalen's performance over Dak's performance. It's like night and day watching them 2 players, man, for real. So, like I said, shout out to them. He got honey poured on him. My man got dumped on his head. You know what I mean? And I hate for that to happen for him. But this is the game of ball, man. So, but for the Philadelphia Eagles, man, we really have to go back to the drawing board, man. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm not like I said, I ain't tripping, but I just know what the standard needs to be. Especially when it comes to Philadelphia Eagles football. But On the defense, man, our defense does not look like that defense that we kept talking about beginning of the year. Oh, we're going to be, and don't get me wrong, he blitzes and stuff like that. But and when it comes to that secondary coverage, man, we allow too big of a holes in our zones. We play too far off the ball. That's why these players are converting 3rd and 10s for 20 to 30 yards. I mean 10 to 20, 15 to 20 yards or 25 yards. Because if you don't play up on them, no hand. Like I was raised watching football when they were able to hit people, okay? So even off the line, hand checking and all that, just that little bit of, you ain't even got to push, but just a second or two, you sitting here playing around, not playing around, that sounds so weird, but sitting here hand checking the offensive player, that little bit of time is going to throw off the route a little bit. That little bit of time throws off the timing of the route for the quarterback. So what do you think you do when you play 5 to 10 or 10 yards off of a player, bro? Bro, there's 3 feet in the yard. like, come on, bro. You playing damn near almost 30 feet off your player. You don't think he gonna run in for a slant? For a quick 10 to 12, if not more? Out route and then down the left side or right side? Come on, man. Like, this is not rocket science. Shit is not rocket science, man. Like, we let Sam Howell look crazy against us last week for whatever our reason, but Sam Howell must really just be like that. But for our secondary to look as trash as it looked yesterday, like I said, shout out to the team, man. But we really got to make some adjustments, man. I don't know if it's old age scheme or whatever the case may be. We need to figure it out and figure it out fast because we're going into the second half of the season. These are going to be some of the most hardest games that the Eagles have had to face this year. Of course, we got one of the hardest schedules. What don't really mean anything. We are 8-1, but at the same time, we still have to go against these teams. Can we win? I definitely think we can. But at the same time, playing like this, we will lose if we keep playing like this because we almost gave that game up yesterday. I gotta be real, man. We almost gave that game up yesterday. So, with all that being said, shout out to the Eagles. They are 8-1. I'm happy for them, but I will also say we have to clean up a lot of problems. We have been window dressing a lot of problems, especially with the coordinators. I know everybody want to do good for their first year, but we got to do a little bit more, a lot more. So with that being said, I'm going to end this right here. If you could, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate it all, the likes, or whatever the case may be, comments. But if you could just please like for me, subscribe. And I'm going to be coming with more information. I'm also going to be talking about the Sixers starting soon. I haven't got a chance to watch any of the games, but I do like Nick Nurse. I ain't gonna lie, man. I left the Sixers, bro. I was rooting for Melo and the Knicks back in. I still root for the Knicks. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I'm gonna come back, man. I'm gonna try to keep it all Philly sports and stuff like that. Even if I ain't always ingratiated, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna still give y'all the updates, man. So with that being said, it's now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. Remember what I said. If y'all into the mechanics and stuff like that, go to. I'm gonna have it in the description, but go check my man out. I got me a couple of hoodies. You probably gonna see me wearing some different ones on here in the shirt. But go check my man out and buy some stuff off of him, man. Show some love and support to him. So with that being said, though, again, it's now from the No Cut Sports Podcast. I appreciate y'all watching. I'ma holler at y'all, man. Y'all be safe. Oh, and go Birds!